Welcome to Protagonist Pub. My name is Tammy, and this is where characters gather. So, Dave is back at the office. Staycation is over. It's a good thing we planned on a staycation because the Friday he went on vacation, he managed to give himself a really good gash mowing the lawn. There's blood on the lawnmower deck, and it would have been... He's fine, by the way. It would have been a much more inconvenient thing had we had plans to go on vacation. So, staycations for the win. I had a very nice time off with him. I didn't do a lot of reading. I did some stitching. I made a horrible stitching discovery. And I read one book. So I DNF'd a lot of books this week. I'm not sure if that's because they were irritating me or I had a seasonal allergy headache going on for several days last week, and that may have been affecting things. But let's do the DNFs first. This is a soft DNF. I don't hate it, but I'm also not in love with it. I'm at page 148, and I'm just kind of bored. That is The Curious Charms of Arthur Pepper. It's not a bad book. It's definitely in that quiet fiction genre that Marie Bostwick talks about, but it's also kind of just a very sad commentary on marriage. So it's not floating my boat. This one was a huge disappointment. That is The Readers of Broken Wheel recommend by, who is this by? Katrina Bivald. This is just weird. Not weird as in, creepy, weird. Weird as in, I can't figure out why the book exists. So this girl, she's pen pals with this older woman in Iowa. She lives in Sweden. She decides to come for a visit. She gets to Iowa and she finds out her pen pal's dead. And suddenly she's staying in her house and town residents are taking her around. It's just weird and it's just disjointed. And so that one was definitely not a headache-related DNF. That was I'm not enjoying this, so it's gone. Next DNF was The Black-Eyed Blonde by Benjamin.Black. This is a continuation of Philip Marlowe by Raymond Chandler. I'm not in the mood for this, and it's not it's reading like a Philip Marlowe, but it's not feeling like a Philip Marlowe, if that makes sense. So axe that one too. Oh yeah, this one over here. The Jane Austen Book Club by Fowler. Nothing really wrong with it per se. It just felt a little too contemporary, a little too everything's got to be included kind of thing, and I just not feeling it. So it can go away. So what did I read last week? This was a library book. That is An American in Scotland by Lucy Connelly. This is a first in the Scottish Isle Mystery Series. I highly recommend this one. I enjoyed this. I read it in one day. It flows well. The premises are protagonist. Amelia gives up her life in Seattle and accepts a town doctor position in Sea Isle, Scotland, to be the town doctor. Packs up her whole life, moves to Scotland. And on her first day, she discovers a dead body in a pouring rainstorm. The body disappears. She finds out she's the coroner. It was just charming. And it also had an autistic side character that was very well done. And I made a point of talking to Amanda on Instagram and recommending the book because it is a very positive portrayal of a low verbal autistic character who has a very fulfilling life and is loved by the town. It was just, it's a very well done book, and I am looking forward to the next one. It was released this year, so it is a very new release. So what am I currently reading? I am currently reading Across the Blue by Carrie Turnasky. I'm 32 pages in, and I'm enjoying it. It hasn't really started to flow yet. We're still in the setup process, but you can see where it's going, and so I'm all for that. And then next up, just so I can, make sure I read it before book club, is The Broken Hearts Bakery by Carla Laureano. I know I will love this one. I'm not overly worried about it. I will need to sit down and do book club questions, and that's fine. That won't take me long. Other than that, I have a feeling July is going to be a slower reading month again, which I'm okay with. I'm very much in the mood to stitch, and that's probably taking some of the priority. Now, as for the bad stitching news, I picked up Dave's Rick and Morty piece this week. I will put in a picture of what it should have looked like, and discovered that it was an electronic pattern and I didn't print it, and 2/3 of the electronic files are missing. They're not on my Etsy account. The seller has closed their Etsy shop. So that piece is toast. He's not brokenhearted about it, which is a good thing. So I will have to sit down one night while, and unpick all that fabric, because I could reuse that piece of fabric easily for something else. It's very nice, very big piece of fabric. So I will do that. So I'm heartbroken, but it's not the end of the world. It, wasn't anything major. So if you use electronic patterns, please make sure you print them and keep a copy somewhere, and take those electronic files and put them on a USB drive, and make sure you know where that USB drive is, because once they're gone, they're gone. So I did start something else new. I didn't bring it upstairs. I will post a picture of what the finished product will look like, and I will update you next week on that one. And that was pretty much our week. It was slow. It was nice. He's back in the office today, so I'm enjoying the quiet that comes with him being back in the office. Although I do miss him when he's at the office, I do enjoy the quiet. How was your week? Was it better than mine? Are you having a summer slowdown too? Nothing wrong with summer slowdowns. They happen. So leave a comment down below, like and subscribe, and I will see you here next time at the Protagonist Pub.